3. Vietnam, the country that never seems to stop moving. What if you could go back in time and invest in a country just before it transformed into an economic powerhouse? That's the feeling many people get when they arrive in Vietnam today. There's an energy that's difficult to explain until you've seen it for yourself. Construction cranes stretch across city skylines. New businesses seem to appear overnight. International manufacturers continue expanding their operations. Young professionals are launching startups, learning new skills, and chasing opportunities that barely existed a generation ago. For many people, Vietnam doesn't just feel like it's growing. It feels like it's accelerating. And that's exactly why so many investors, entrepreneurs, and young professionals have started paying close attention. But here's the question: can a country grow this fast without creating new challenges along the way? To understand Vietnam today, you first have to appreciate just how remarkable its journey has been. Within the lifetime of many of its citizens, Vietnam has transformed from a largely agricultural economy into one of Southeast Asia's fastest-growing manufacturing and export centers. Today, products made in Vietnam are shipped across the globe. Major international companies have expanded production there, attracted by a skilled workforce, improving infrastructure, and an economy that continues to evolve. This transformation hasn't happened by accident. It has taken decades of investment, reforms, and hard work. The result is a country that feels incredibly ambitious. Walk through districts in Ho Chi Minh City or Hanoi, and you'll notice something almost immediately. People aren't standing still. Students are studying late into the evening. Restaurants stay busy. Coffee shops double as meeting rooms for entrepreneurs. Construction continues long after sunset. There's a feeling that tomorrow could be better than today, and many people are working hard to make that happen. That optimism is one of Vietnam's greatest strengths. For someone in their 20s or 30s looking to build a career, Vietnam can feel full of possibility. Wages, while still lower than those in wealthier countries, have been rising over time. New industries continue creating jobs. Technology, manufacturing, logistics, and exports have become powerful engines of growth. For ambitious people, that's exciting. But rapid growth comes with pressure. Cities designed for smaller populations are now supporting millions more residents. Roads that once handled moderate traffic are now filled with motorbikes, cars, buses, and delivery vehicles. Although Vietnam's famous motorbike culture keeps traffic moving more efficiently than many outsiders expect, congestion has become part of everyday life in its largest cities. Housing tells a similar story. As demand increases, property prices in major urban centers have climbed significantly. Young professionals often find themselves balancing rising living costs while trying to build careers and save for the future. It's a challenge shared by many rapidly developing economies. Then there's the work culture. Success rarely arrives without effort. Many private sector jobs demand long hours, especially in competitive industries. Ambition is celebrated. Productivity is rewarded. But maintaining that pace year after year isn't easy for everyone. Some people thrive in fast-moving environments. Others eventually begin searching for something slower. And that's what makes Vietnam such an interesting choice. It rewards people who enjoy momentum. If you like learning quickly, adapting constantly, and building something over time, Vietnam can feel incredibly motivating. If you're looking for a quiet, predictable routine, it may feel overwhelming. Healthcare reflects this broader story of progress. Private hospitals in major cities have improved considerably and continue attracting patients from across the region. Modern facilities, experienced medical professionals, and expanding services demonstrate just how much investment has taken place. At the same time, demand remains high, and public hospitals can become crowded, particularly in larger cities. Like many developing economies, improvements continue, but they don't happen everywhere at exactly the same pace. Environmental challenges have also become part of Vietnam's growth story. Industrial expansion has created jobs and raised incomes, but it has also increased pressure on air quality and urban environments in some regions. This isn't unique to Vietnam. Nearly every country that industrialized rapidly faced similar questions. The difference is that Vietnam is managing these challenges while continuing to grow at an impressive pace. And perhaps that's the most fascinating thing about the country. It doesn't pretend the journey is finished. It still feels like a nation writing its next chapter. Every year brings new infrastructure, new businesses, new opportunities, new ambitions. For many people, that's inspiring, because living in Vietnam often means feeling connected to progress itself. You aren't simply watching history, you're living through it. But progress also asks for patience. The apartment you want may cost more next year. Competition for the best jobs continues increasing. Cities become busier, expectations become higher. Growth creates opportunity. Growth also creates pressure, and that's Vietnam's biggest trade-off. The future looks incredibly promising, but reaching that future often requires determination, resilience, and a willingness to keep moving forward. So here's the question. Would you rather live in a country that's constantly climbing, or one that's already reached the top? Because our next destination is often described as Southeast Asia's greatest success story. Its trains arrive on time. Its streets are remarkably clean. Its education system ranks among the world's best. Its economy is one of the strongest anywhere. From the outside, it almost looks perfect. But what if achieving perfection comes with a price that many people don't notice until they actually live there? In Part 4, we're heading to Singapore, a country that has mastered efficiency, but where every advantage seems to come with an equally demanding expectation. 4. Singapore. The price of perfection. Imagine waking up in a city where the trains arrive almost exactly when they're supposed to. The streets are remarkably clean. Public spaces feel safe, even late at night. Government services work with impressive efficiency. The education system is recognized around the world. The economy is among the strongest in Asia. On paper, it sounds almost impossible to beat. So here's the question. If Singapore does so many things exceptionally well, why do some people who live there still dream about slowing down somewhere else? That's the mystery behind one of the world's most successful nations. Singapore has spent decades proving that size doesn't determine success. Despite being one of the smallest countries in the world, it has built itself into a global financial center, a major shipping hub, and one of Asia's leading destinations for international business. Its airport consistently ranks among the world's best. Its ports connect global trade. Its universities attract talented students from across the region. And its reputation for safety is something many countries admire. Walk through the city at night, and you'll immediately notice something different. Families stroll through parks. People use public transportation with confidence. Businesses operate in an environment where rules are generally clear and consistently enforced. That level of order doesn't happen by accident. It's the result of decades of careful planning, investment, and governance. For professionals looking to advance their careers, Singapore offers opportunities that few countries in Southeast Asia can match. Global companies have established regional headquarters here. Finance, technology, biotechnology, logistics, and advanced manufacturing continue creating highly skilled jobs. For ambitious workers, the earning potential can be extraordinary. And that's exactly why talented people from around the world continue competing for the chance to live and work there. But every advantage has a price. Sometimes that price isn't obvious until you've lived it. The first thing many newcomers notice is the cost of housing. Singapore is a country where land is limited, and space has become one of its most valuable resources. That reality influences almost everything. Apartments are often smaller than many people expect. Private housing ranks among the most expensive in the region. Even for local residents, buying a home usually represents a long-term financial commitment that can last decades. Then come the everyday expenses. Dining out, groceries, childcare, entertainment, transportation. None of these are necessarily impossible to afford, especially with Singapore's higher salaries, but they require careful budgeting. One of the most famous examples is car ownership. In many countries, buying the vehicle is the biggest expense. In Singapore, obtaining the legal right to own one can cost an extraordinary amount because of policies designed to manage congestion and limited road space. As a result, many residents simply choose not to own a car. Fortunately, the country's public transportation system is reliable enough that many people don't feel they need one. It's an example of how Singapore solves problems differently from most places. Instead of expanding endlessly, it optimizes what already exists. Efficiency becomes a way of life, and nowhere is that more visible than in education. Singapore's schools regularly achieve outstanding international results. Students consistently perform at high levels in mathematics, science, and reading. Parents around the world study Singapore's education model, hoping to replicate its success. But behind those achievements lies another conversation: competition. Academic expectations begin early. Students often face significant pressure to perform well. For many families, educational success is seen as an important pathway toward future opportunities. The system produces remarkable outcomes, but it also demands discipline, persistence, and resilience. The workplace tells a similar story. Long hours aren't unusual in many industries. High performance is rewarded. Careers move quickly, but maintaining that pace over many years can become exhausting. Surveys and discussions about workplace well-being frequently highlight concerns about stress and burnout, reminding us that financial success doesn't automatically guarantee personal balance. That's perhaps Singapore's greatest paradox. It has mastered many of the systems that make modern life function smoothly. Yet individuals still face the timeless challenge of finding enough time for themselves. Because life isn't only about efficiency, it's also about breathing room. It's about having time for family dinners, weekend hobbies, quiet mornings, unplanned conversations. Those moments rarely appear in economic statistics, yet they often determine how fulfilling life actually feels. Still, it's impossible to ignore what Singapore has accomplished. Its healthcare system is respected internationally. Its infrastructure is world-class. Its public institutions enjoy a level of trust that many countries continue striving toward. For people focused on building wealth, advancing careers, and accessing exceptional public services, Singapore remains one of the strongest choices anywhere in Asia. But here's the bigger question. What if success isn't about reaching the highest peak, but about finding the right balance? Because throughout this journey, we've seen four very different paths. The Philippines reminds us that community can be life's greatest source of strength. Thailand shows how comfort and lifestyle can make everyday living deeply enjoyable. Vietnam demonstrates the excitement and pressure that comes with rapid growth. Singapore proves what extraordinary planning and ambition can achieve. Each country excels in something. Each also asks you to accept a meaningful trade-off. So what happens if there's one country that doesn't dominate any single category, but quietly performs well in almost all of them? A place where healthcare is reliable without being overwhelmingly expensive. Where infrastructure continues improving without requiring Singapore-sized budgets. Where food, culture, and diversity come together in ways few countries can match. A country that rarely makes international headlines, yet repeatedly surprises the people who choose to call it home. Could the best place to live actually be the one people talk about the least? In the final part, we're heading to Malaysia, the country that may not shout the loudest, but might just have the strongest overall case when you look beyond the headlines. And once we've compared all five, you'll have to answer one final question. Would you choose maximum opportunity or the best balance for everyday life? Part 5. Malaysia, the quiet winner. What if the best country to live in isn't the one that dominates headlines? What if it's the one that quietly gets the important things right? After comparing all 5 countries, one pattern becomes impossible to ignore. Every nation on this list shines in one area, but every one of them also asks you to make a meaningful sacrifice. The Philippines offers something money struggles to buy: a genuine sense of community. Many visitors leave talking about the kindness of the people rather than the buildings they saw. Family ties remain incredibly strong, and English is widely spoken, making daily communication easier than in many neighboring countries. Yet limited economic opportunities in some regions, uneven infrastructure, and heavy traffic in major cities remain real challenges for many residents. Thailand offers a lifestyle millions dream about. World-famous cuisine, beautiful landscapes, and a relaxed atmosphere make everyday life feel enjoyable for many people. For retirees and remote workers with stable outside income, it can be an exceptional place to live. But rising housing costs in popular cities, seasonal air pollution in parts of the country, and the gap between tourist experiences and the realities faced by many local workers remind us that paradise depends heavily on perspective. Vietnam may be the most exciting story in Southeast Asia today. Factories continue expanding. International investment keeps flowing in. New businesses appear every year, and many young professionals feel they are helping shape the country's future. But rapid growth also brings crowded cities, rising housing prices, demanding work cultures, and environmental challenges that often accompany fast industrial development. Then there's Singapore, a country admired across the globe for its remarkable efficiency. Safe streets, reliable public transportation, excellent healthcare, outstanding schools, a world-class business environment. It has proven that a small nation can compete with the biggest economies on Earth. Yet all of that comes with one of the region's highest costs of living, limited space, and an intensely competitive environment that many residents describe as rewarding, but demanding. Which brings us to Malaysia. Unlike its neighbors, Malaysia rarely dominates international headlines. It doesn't claim to be the richest. It isn't the fastest growing. It isn't the most visited. Yet that's exactly what makes it so interesting. Because instead of chasing extremes, Malaysia has quietly focused on balance. Take Kuala Lumpur, for example. It offers modern shopping malls, expanding rail networks, international businesses, excellent restaurants, and growing neighborhoods, all while remaining considerably more affordable than many comparable cities in the region. Healthcare is another major advantage. Malaysia has built a healthcare system that combines accessible public services with a highly regarded private sector. Patients from around the world travel there for treatment because they can often receive quality care at costs that are difficult to match in many wealthier countries. Then there's something that statistics rarely capture: culture. Malaysia is home to a remarkable blend of Malay, Chinese, Indian, indigenous, and international communities. That diversity isn't limited to festivals or museums. You experience it every single day. Walk through a neighborhood and hear multiple languages. Visit a local food court and discover dishes influenced by several cultures sitting side by side. Celebrate holidays that reflect different traditions throughout the year. It's a diversity that's lived, not simply displayed. And then there's the food. Ask almost anyone who's spent time in Malaysia what they miss most after leaving. Many won't mention the skyscrapers. They'll mention the food. From humble roadside stalls to vibrant night markets and family-run restaurants, Malaysia has developed one of Southeast Asia's most diverse and accessible food cultures. Great meals aren't reserved for special occasions. They're simply part of everyday life. Does Malaysia have challenges? Absolutely. Like every country, it faces political debates, rising living costs in some cities, and ongoing efforts to improve wages and opportunities. No country is perfect. And that's exactly the point. The goal was never to find perfection. It was to find the place that offers the strongest overall balance. When you compare affordability, healthcare, infrastructure, safety, cultural diversity, climate, education, food, and overall quality of life, Malaysia quietly performs well across nearly every category. It may not finish first in every race, but it rarely finishes last. And sometimes, consistency matters more than brilliance. Imagine your life 10 years from now. You're not on vacation anymore. You're grocery shopping, driving or taking public transport to work, meeting friends for dinner, visiting a doctor, paying bills, raising a family, living an ordinary week. That's the real test of any country. Not how exciting it looks for a weekend, but how comfortable it feels year after year. When viewed through that lens, Malaysia continues standing out as one of Southeast Asia's most balanced places to build a life. Not because it's flawless, but because it avoids many of the extreme trade-offs found elsewhere. And perhaps that's the biggest lesson from this comparison. There is no universally perfect country. Only the country that's right for your priorities. If your dream is maximizing your career and earning potential, Singapore remains incredibly difficult to beat. If you're driven by opportunity and rapid economic growth, Vietnam offers exciting possibilities. If meaningful relationships and strong communities matter most, the Philippines has something truly special. If your priority is lifestyle, relaxation, and everyday comfort, Thailand continues attracting millions for good reason. But if you're looking for the best overall balance, a place where affordability, healthcare, infrastructure, cultural richness, and everyday livability come together, Malaysia makes one of the strongest cases in Southeast Asia. So now it's your turn. You've heard the evidence. If someone placed all 5 passports on the table today, which one would you choose? Would you chase the highest salary, the fastest growing economy, the warmest community, the most relaxed lifestyle? Or would you choose balance? Tell us in the comments where you're watching from. And, more importantly, which country you would choose and why. If you're from Malaysia, comment, Malaysia Boleh. If you're watching from anywhere else in the world, tell us your country and what surprised you most about Malaysia, or which country on this list impressed you the most. If you enjoy discovering fascinating stories about countries, economies, and the world around us, make sure to subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. It only takes a second, but it helps YouTube recommend these videos to more people who enjoy thoughtful, fact-based comparisons. Your likes, comments, and subscriptions genuinely help this channel grow and allow us to bring you more incredible stories from around the world. Thank you so much for watching.